Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. So let me explain some things that you might be needing. Rather, especially if you want to build a site, and you have different types of sites. Take, for instance, you're working on a project. Now, if you want to build a blog project, if you want to build an e-learning management system, if you want to build a classified listing website, if you want to build you have different kinds of websites. Now, if you have WordPress.org, so WordPress.org is a content management system. So it's very powerful. It can do quite a lot. You can use it to design, you can use it to extend, build, you can extend. That's to say that you can implement quite a lot of things. You could do a store, you could do analytics, you could implement a newsletter, social media, and you do that using plugins, right? Then if you are intend to design a website, use that doing do that using themes, right? And when you implement a theme, the next thing you're going to now do is to add pages, right? If you want to do a blog, use posts, right? And you can design, you can actually build also. You can use the blog editor or you can use page builders. So if you say top 5 WordPress page builders, so Elementor tops it up. Elementor is one of the top page builders in the world in WordPress. It builds very, very powerful things. So if you want to build a very smart WordPress sites, if you learn Elementor, you're able to do that very well. If you learn DV, you're able to do that quite a lot. If you learn Seed Pro, but I love Elementor, is very simplistic, does quite a lot of the job for you. Then if you want to actually extend the functionality of a website, you're going to be using plugins to do that. Now, WordPress have quite a lot of plugins in their hundreds of thousands, right? Both the ones that are listed on the WordPress directory. Okay, now we have 59,000 free plugins. Of course, some plugins are free, some plugins are paid. So what's a plugin? So a plugin is just that simple script or software that you add to your WordPress site that extends the capacity and the capability of your WordPress website. If you have a website and you want to have a store on the website, you need to implement what we call WooCommerce, right? Now look at this website. So I want to add, let's say, 3 things on this website. I want to turn this website into, so this is the website. I want to turn this website, I want to have a blog on this website. So this is blog. If I click on blog, do I see anything? Let me click on blog. So no post found, right? I can actually create a blog within this normal corporate website that you have. And what's a blog? A blog is just a site that have regularly updated content. So how do we do that? We will go to posts, right? If it was the regular pages, like that is home, services, about, we can use what? Pages. But if it's for a blog, we're going to use what? Post. So the first thing you want to do when you're creating a blog is to create categories, right? Create categories, right? Then when you create categories, you can now add the post into the categories. Let's say for a news website, now you have things like politics, things like healthcare. So those are the categories. So when you have a post, you can now put a post, add a post, and add it into that particular category. So let's just create a category and call it tech news, tech updates, and news, right? Slug is just going to be a URL-friendly version. Does it have a parent category? Does it have a category that this particular category is under? The answer is no. So for the description, I'm just going to say archive of awesome tech updates and news, right? I will just add category. So now I have one category. I can add another category and I'll say tech courses. Tech courses. Okay, so I can say tech courses. Here I say list of tech courses, programs, certifications, certificate programs you can run at Vim Tech Hub Port Harcourt. Right? Now I'll add it. So I've added another category. I can add one more category. I can say innovation and entrepreneurship, right? So I have this. So hub for lessons, tips, techniques to innovate and grow a startup, and startup, you can say business ideas, right? So add category. I can also say I want to have something. So you can have as many categories as possible. Now, the next thing you want to do is to now add a post. Just add a new distance. You want to now add a post into that category. Now, you see this layout. This is what we call the newest layer. I don't like this layer because I'm kind of old school. I've used WordPress, I think, for the last, if not 20 years, and counting, since 2006, thereabouts, 2006. Just, I think, 2025. WordPress started, okay, about 20 years. I've used WordPress in 2026. WordPress starts date, just like few years when it was launched. Just 3 years after it was launched, I've used WordPress for a very, very long time. Now, I'm used to, so this is this interface. I'm used to the classic editor. So there's a plugin I'm going to install that's going to make this slightly better for me. I'm just going to go to plugins. So you see the advantage of a plugin. What a plugin does is that it shapes up, it adds, it tweaks. Okay, look at it here. Classic editor. So it changes from the regular type of screen to the old style edit screen. So I'll just install this plugin and I'm going to activate. Now, if I come back to this, if I refresh this particular add new post, you see, I'm going to see this kind of environment. So I can put my post here. I can put my content here. Let's say, where to learn, okay, top co-working space, working space and innovation center in Port Harcourt, River State, Nigeria, right? So you see now I have, right? I have the categories. I can just tick here, innovate. I can choose more than one category. I can put the tags. Tags are like keywords you can use to represent this particular post, right? I can now add a featured image. I can now, what's it called? I can now publish. Where's my publish button? I think my publish button is somewhere. My publish button is somewhere here. So I will just go. I can say, okay, I have, I want to use ChatGPT to write my content. I'll say, okay, Vim Tech Hub. I say, okay, I have this. I say, okay, I want to write a detailed 1,000 word content for a blog on vimtechnologyhub.com, right? And the title of the article is, so title of the article is, right? Then So let me stop it. So let me stop it. So I'm just going to copy this again and just say a new. I want to write this. Then I want to take the vision and mission and add it as part of what it will help for its content. Then I want to write about us also. What's it called? I want to write about us. Then I want to also add is there anything I want to add about the website? Okay, core values. Okay, core values. I'll remove this get started. I want it to inform its content. So I'll remove this. I think it will sort that out. That is this get started. You have there. This get started. I just want to give it some kind of startup content it can use to like create the article. What else do I need? Why choose us? I can put this as additional content. Okay, so I hit enter. So with this, ChatGPT can now create a very unique content for me, right? So I'm going to add this as a post content, a post article on the website. So, and I'm going to have it as a category. So it's going to be, sorry. So it's going to be under this particular category. So I have a title. I will just post the content, right? So I will copy all of these content. So it has created something very nice for me. So I will just put this, right? So this is the content. Top co-working space and innovation center in Port Harcourt. Mission, vision, you can proofread, right? Modern facilities, you can add pictures to this by just adding image, media, right? So you can add a featured image. So I can say, okay, please give me, can say, give me a thumbnail, right, in PNG. So a thumbnail is just like a picture. If I have a picture of the co-working space, which I do have, you can just upload it. So I will use this one so that you can also see how to use ChatGPT to like generate some images. So this is it. I've downloaded this. It's here, right? So let me see whether it's in. Okay, you can say, okay, I need it in PNG, right? So this is not PNG. So let's open. We can actually crop it out. Okay, this is what it looks like, right? So I will just crop it, or I will just close. I will just do a print screen and just grab only this and just use this, right? I will just save this image as Vim Tech Hub Port Harcourt, co-working space, cybersecurity, data analytics training in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, right? So I've saved that image. Next thing, I will just add it as my featured image. So I'll click here, upload. I will upload. I'll go to my pictures. This is it somewhere here. I will upload it. Then I will set as featured image, right? Now I can now add some keywords. So I can say ChatGPT should give me some tags. So tags are the keywords. I need 20 keywords as tags separated by commas. Right. So if somebody is looking for co-working space in Port Harcourt, remote coding bootcamp in Port Harcourt. So what are those kind of keywords people are going to be searching for? So you can generate that and add it here as tags, right? And you add. So digital skills training, industry focused training, modern office space, Port Harcourt. So I just publish. You see, once I do this and I go to Vim Tech Hub, right? If you go to Vim Tech Hub and you go to blog, you will now see that you have an article. Right? So are you seeing you have one article, right? So you can add as many articles as possible, and it can now come out as a grid format depending on the kind of theme that you are using. So I will just go ahead and populate this with as many blog posts as possible. By doing that, you've successfully created a blog session for your website. If you don't have this blog session, what you can do is that you can go to your website, you can go to your menu, right? You can go to your menu, right? And you go to category, right? View all category. You can now add the categories into your menu. Don't forget, you can add one category and put all these categories inside that category so that once you add a particular category here, if somebody clicks on that blog, it's going to see all the posts that you have on the website. So next, I'm going to show you how you can use plugins and extend the functionality of your website. For instance, you want to build an e-learning management system. You want to build, let's say, a car listing or a business listing website. You want to do something custom. How can you use plugins to be able to achieve that?